Hello amazing friends. Welcome to my channel. Are you curious about the wealthiest countries? On my channel today we are going to dive in the world top 10 wealthiest countries. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more update. 10. Spain, country by GDP $1.41 trillion. Spain is the second largest country in the EU. Spain's economy is facilitated by structural reforms, transparent judicial/regulatory systems, and sound economic institutions. Steady modernization has helped the Spanish economy grow continually, with the industry sector contributing nearly 27% to the country's GDP. The total value imports and exports is equal to 65.5% of GDP. 9. Italy, country GDP $2.04 trillion. Italy's economy is the third largest in the Eurozone and the 10th largest by GDP. In addition to its sizable economy, Italy is one of the most influential countries in Europe. It is a key member of the Eurozone, EU, the G7, the OECD, and the G20. Italy's diversified economic growth is propelled by the consumer goods industry. GDP's expenditure side includes 61% of household consumption, 19% of government expenditure, and 17% of the gross fixed capital formation. Exports of services and goods contribute to 30% of GDP, while imports account for 27%, adding 3% to GDP. 8. Canada, country GDP $2.16 trillion. Canada has a mainly service-based economy. The threshold for foreign investment in Canada is 5 million Canadian dollars for direct investments, and 50 million Canadian dollars for indirect investments. The country has also been a key member of the World Trade Organization, WTO, since 1995. It also has extensive trading ties with many nations due to its bilateral and regional free trade agreements, FTAs. A well-educated workforce, multicultural/multilingual coexistence, a thriving economy, and the government's support for setting up business make Canada a preferred investment destination. 7. Russia, country GDP $2.24 trillion. Russia has the largest landmass of all countries in the world and boasts natural resources worth $75 trillion, according to Statista estimates. Ever since the privatization of Russia's energy and defense-related sectors in the 1990s, the country has taken great strides when it comes to growth in the context of the world GDP. Revenues from oil, natural gas, and energy drive the Russian economy. Foreign trade is important as the total value of imports and exports is equal to 46.7% of GDP, making Russia one of the top countries by GDP. However, with the recent conflicts with Ukraine, we will likely see a negative impact from global sanctions impacting these outputs in years to come. 6. Australia, country GDP $1.69 trillion. Australia has the 12th largest economy in the world, with an overall GDP of $1.69 trillion and a GDP per capita of $65,099. The economy experienced slower growth in 2017, with a 1.96% increase in GDP. Having rolled out in early 2017, Australia's new foreign policy, a type of white paper agenda, has created a roadmap for the country's economic, security, and foreign policy relations. The nation is ranked as the 12th best country in the world to set up a business, due to low entry costs and streamlined procedures. 5. France, country GDP $2.63 trillion. France is the 7th largest economy in the world. It is the most visited destination in the world and consequently has a thriving tourism industry. It has a very high standard of living, which makes it an attractive travel destination. Also, foreign trade is an essential component of its economy. The value of imports, 38.6%, and exports, 34.7%, comprise 73.3% of the country's GDP. Strong protection of property rights and an efficient regulatory framework encourage investors. Before being discontinued in 2019, France ranked 32 in the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business Index. There are foreign players in various sectors, and 31 out of Fortune 500 companies are from this prominent EU member. 4. United Kingdom, country GDP $2.67 trillion. The United Kingdom, UK, also known as the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, consists of England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. It is the 6th largest economy in the world and the 2nd largest in Europe in terms of GDP. The UK ranked high in the annual Global Competitiveness Reports and the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business rankings, until reporting was closed in 2020. 3. Japan, country GDP $4.25 trillion. Japan's four main islands, Honshu, Hokkaido, Shikoku, and Kyushu, constitute nearly 98% of its land area. It has the world's third largest economy by nominal GDP and the fourth largest economy by purchasing power parity, PPP. Ranked as one of most innovative countries in the world, Japan is the world's largest electronic goods producer and the third largest automobile manufacturer. The country generally has a surplus in annual trade and international investment. The country's workforce is highly qualified and skilled, proving to be instrumental in organizational growth. All of these factors contribute to Japan being one of the top countries by GDP. 2. China, country GDP $14.72 trillion. The Chinese economy, one of the fastest growing economies of the 21st century, now ranked as the second largest economy in the world, is currently valued at a GDP of $14.72 trillion. With China's Belt and Road Initiative effectively merging its foreign and economic policy, promotion of using the Chinese renminbi for the use of settlements has increased. The country is increasingly playing an influential role in the global economy. It has been the largest contributor to global growth since the financial crisis of 2008. 1. United States, country GDP $25.43 trillion. A number of factors contribute to the success of the United States. An entrepreneurial environment that encourages hard work and long hours certainly helps. But decentralized government, advanced research universities, and favorable regulatory environments also contribute. The United States will likely always be in the top countries by GDP in the world. That is a wrap for today's topic about the top 10 wealthiest countries. Thanks for watching. And I hope you learned something new and valuable. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more engaging content. Let's keep the conversation going and explore more fascinating topics together. Until next time.